Welcome to Mark D. Maker. My name's Mark Taylor, and today we're going to be looking at this box to carry wood carving tools. We'll talk about the design process. So the whole idea started right here. One of the wood carving channels that I watch a lot of wood carving channels. Roger has one, and he has this Renegade Roundup that he does. And these carving stations that people have to have their tools in, as you can see, everybody seemed to have one. And I was intrigued. I thought, I want one. And so I started the process of trying to figure out what exactly did I want. A lot of these look like they're handmade. They look good quality handmade. And I was very interested, so I started the process.
So watching the YouTube video of the wood carving group and all the different wood carving totes and tool carriers that they had inspired me to do some drawings and try to figure out what I would do. There's a one point perspective of a rudimentary style of tool carry that I could make, and then I messed around a little bit more, and I thought, well, I could add drawers to it to carry other stuff like a strop and some sharpening things and pencils, and I did another version and I started thinking, if I had drawers, now this is 2-point perspective, if I had drawers, now I got to think, okay, how am I going to keep these closed? Are they going to slide open and stuff's going to fall out? Or, it just started seeming too complicated. I wanted to keep it really simple, old-fashioned looking, like my grandfather made it. So I started coming up with more of a tote design, like a tool tote. Those are very common back in the day, and I want to add a very antiquish feel to this. So I came up with some ideas and started getting a little complicated with drawers and magnets, and I thought, oh, I could have these panels that go in and then come out, and then they stand up with these little feet that slide out to hold the tools. And I tried that in cardboard, and the tools kept clanking together. And I was having that same problem with my current toolbox that I had, that I was carrying stuff in. The blades would smack together. And after you spend time sharpening and stropping and getting it where you want, that's the last thing you want to hear. So here's one that I was getting closer to what my design is. And I decided not to make this separate to where each one of these came out separate. I may revisit that. It's an okay idea. And I started thinking about, both my grandfathers were tradesmen, and so I made it like a kind of like a tote. They had old wooden toolboxes and totes that they had their stuff in, and so with that feel, I kind of went with that and figured I'd put a center board in here. So if I made a dado or a cleat that would hold a center board and then pins that would hold it in place. That was more like the feel, like what I was trying to accomplish. So this is a box I used to carry my blades around in, and one, it was starting to get too small, and two, the blades were starting to knock around, and I did get some synthetic corks. You want synthetic because the real live cork that's harvested from trees, that cork retains moisture and it can damage your blades. So you get the synthetic. Don't ever use them except for on your knife blades, and they're fine. But it just didn't seem to pull the weight for me at this time anymore. So I started with the process of making little cutouts to figure out exactly, you know, what I wanted to do. Did I want to put a lip on it? And some people put plexiglass on there. So this was just a little mock-up that I made, and then I made a larger one, like a full-size one. And these would be drawers. These are just wire nuts that I hot glued on. And this is pretty much just hot glued together. These aren't functional drawers. I just kind of, you know, rough and dirty, trying to look at the concept of it and the feel of it. And honestly, I just wasn't feeling it. Like I said, I wanted something more that had an old school feel to it. So so I made this, and I started feeling closer to what I wanted, and I even left this separate. So and that's pretty much how it is now. That board you could pull out and make a little base for it, and it would stand alone. And you can see roughly it's okay, but the proportions are a little different than the finished one. And this is my final. I just put it together real quick with some masking tape. And there's really, when it comes right down to it, it's really simple. There's 3 dimensions. You can get a screenshot of that and just blow that up until you meet all those measurements. That's all the information on that. So there's that dimension, this dimension, and this is for this and this, and then there's the bottom. There's that dimension. You can see all the toys in the background. My grandson comes over quite often, so we're playing and having a good time during the day.
So drilling the holes for the knives to fit into is something that you kind of have to figure out through trial and error. I used cardboard and literally drilled into cardboard to figure out what size, and just constantly tried multiple times to see what knife would fit in what hole. You can also use rubber grommets to help hold them more steady.
So in addition to the box in which I carry all my carving tools in, when I want to carry just a couple knives or a single knife, I use this little thing I can carry 3 knives in here, some extra wood, and it just clips right on, or right through the belt. And I could carry that with me if I decide to go to the park. And my newest addition, got this on Amazon. It's called the hip knife. And it comes with the sheath. It's a flex cut sheath and I believe 1.25 inch knife. let's see, yeah, 1¼ inch knife. And that's really nice. It has a metal clip that clips right onto your belt. Fits in here nice and snug, won't fall out, which is very nice. And plenty of room down here for the blade, so the blade's not going to cut the leather. I've wanted one for a long time. This was $27 and some change on Amazon. I've seen it for a lot more on different sites and stuff. $27. I've seen just the sheath for 18 and some change. But for the extra couple of bucks, you get the knife with it. All right, so here it is. Here's the pins I was telling you about. And you can see this is the back cleat. So the back cleat here on both sides, just a little square, glued and nailed in. And then the pins themselves are here. And you can pull them out. I won't pull them out while the knives and chisels are in here, but give me a second, I'll unload it and we'll take another look. All right, so I got everything out of there. We got one pin. You can see it's just a little wooden ball. Drill a little dowel into it. Same size into the side. Put that into there. This pulls forward a little bit because we have a cleat here, and down at the bottom there's a couple of cleats. This slides right in. So we could make a little stand for this if I did like public carving and did expos and showed or even taught people how to carve. Having that on a little stand might be beneficial so people could really see you know, the tools that you have, and you can ask questions about it. And it also makes this box, this tote, more versatile. So you could keep it just like this and fill it full of something or whatever, and use it just as a tote.
So the shape of the box is important, but so is the coloring of the box. The stain is early American. That gives it kind of an antique feel, gives it the base color. And then I went in with like burnt umber and burnt sienna with oil paints, because the stain is oil, so the paint on top needs to be oil as well. And I used the burnt umber and burnt sienna and got in all the cracks and all the edges to give it that dark look that fades into the early American stain. And I think it came out pretty nice. It's called weathering. Adam Savage gives excellent classes on weathering on his channel, Tested, so you might want to check that out. So I hope this information has helped you better figure out how you want to design your box and get the feel that you want for yours. Coloring, staining, the whole 9 yards. So good luck. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.